on, baby. Come on, let's go. Hatch it. Hatch it. Wait. Jump.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that. Yeah,
it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
17 yards that time and a Washington first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, it's Haskins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Second and 10. Here's Haskins again. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. DeForest Buckner able to record his 5th sack of the season. From midfield now, Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be second and 12.
Here we go. 180. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's all right. 11.
Now Garoppolo. And now he'll tuck it and run. 49er fans likely holding their breath watching Garoppolo scramble, but that time it pays off. He's in one piece, and he's got the first down.
Here we go. 180. 12, here we go. 21. Check out.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And this is Selleck here with the grab. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Hard throw. Incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
On now is the 27-year-old rookie, Mitch Wisnowski, to punt, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10 now, Haskins. And his throw here's incomplete. Great solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in. The corner from Compton, Mr. Sherman getting the hand in there to knock that one away.
And what a path of his to where he is right now. From Compton to Stanford, was a wide receiver at Stanford before flipping around becoming a defensive back. Lightly drafted. Remember, he went late in the draft for them and has turned into one of the best ones out there. I think his ability to be close on the play, and it has such great timing right at the end to get in there and knock balls away.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here comes Pettis on the return. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
21. Tighten up.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you have two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions, and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Shotgun handoff to Thompson. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Second down, Haskins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target was the rookie Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd down.
He's not exactly had a banner start to this game. We're still in the first quarter. He's already thrown an interception, and that should have been the second one.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Reuben Foster in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check 56. You can't block me. You can't. 65, 55. 56, Mike, 56. Keep it up, defense.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Garoppolo. Check down to Breida. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
White.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. It's caught by Sanders. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. So first and 10 now from the 30. On first and 10, it's Haskins. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. Completes it to Davis. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
11.
Garoppolo on first down. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Ready?
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
On 3rd and short, the fullback Burton. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
Let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. Because the offense guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. On defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former 5th-round pick. I remember that game, December, against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210 yards. Did not have a single catch in the second half, but still those 210 yards were just 4 yards shy of Shannon Sharp's single-game record for a tight end.
56.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Checking credit.
11.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Take four. 6 guys.
This is Breida. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
They'll try to run with Breida, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Matt Breida, his second touchdown on the season, and the 49ers have now taken the lead. Now Gold for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Jim.
To throw again on second down. Haskins. And this is incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target. And it's 3rd and short.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home. And they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Haskins will throw. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 18-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
That's it. Here we go. Here we go. Pittsburgh. Watch 54. Watch 54. Over. Right there.
Now Haskins on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. To try again after the sack. Haskins, open man is Quinn. He completes it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down. Haskins now 6 of 17 throwing the ball, only 35%. But he does have a first and under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Haskins. Got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Let's go.
On third down, Haskins. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play. So it might as well have not even had the penalty.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike 56, Mike 56. All day, baby, all day.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A very solid gain of 27. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here we go. 180.
56. It's just me and you.
12, fellas. Here we go. 13. Hey, exit.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
Yeah.
They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a 1st down.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18.
I'm coming after you.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Check 56. You're not ready. Okay? Check.
They go play action with Haskins. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. D. Ford. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw on 3rd down, Haskins. And he's going to go down again. D. Ford. 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. They're going on 4th down. Haskins. Got a man, that's Quinn. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now pass complete here to Sanders. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
You got tight. You got tight right there.
21.
Check the backer.
6'6", bullet high.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
I got you.
Now Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Haskins to throw it. His throw incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Haskins now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Play action. Haskins. On the crossing route, complete. That's Quinn. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Haskins to throw. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Incomplete. He was covered by Richard Sherman.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Haskins, third and long. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. DeForest Buckner make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Back now at FedEx Field, it's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. On the return is Pettis. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now it's Breida. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
56, right there, 56. It's a party now. It's a party now. Shut up.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Let's go, baby. Turn it over. Get that ball. Get that
Pilot, 64, weak. 5.
Now it's the backup Smith. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. On second and 11 now. Haskins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. The Redskins on third down. They've been stymied left and right. Converted only one time. This is third and 11. From the gun, Haskins on third down. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Gold to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? They've got his man, complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 43 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
15 line.
On 1st and 10, Smith. This one complete to Jordan Reed. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Back to you. Watch twist. Watch two.
Smith. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his third year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry. 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Here we go. 180!
56. Tackles.
Clock!
To throw is Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Reuben Foster make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Niners on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be third and a mile.
56 to Mike, boy. 56.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Completes it to Samuel. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 40. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
It's second and 8 at the 37.
They run again with Breida. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On first down, Coleman. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
20, 11.
First down, 49ers.
Check 24. Watch 24. Watch the safety creep.
61, matchbox lights.
They'll throw out wide, complete to Sanders. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Emmanuel Sanders. with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
Smith. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You better talk to your boys.
Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Smith now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on first and 10. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 7 yards there and a first down. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the 30-yard line.
Here we go. 180!
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the 49ers, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, it's yet another loss as they've started out now 0-7. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.